Canva is an incredible tool for so many things, but as an entrepreneur, one reason I really love it is there are several different ways you can use it to make money online without having to spend a single dollar and without having to leave the comfort of your own home. While the sky really is the limit when it comes to these money-making possibilities, today I wanted to share what I consider to be the best 5 ways to make money with Canva. So I'm going to be sharing what each idea is, giving you a step-by-step demo of how to do it in Canva, and sharing some of my favorite tools you can use to start generating revenue fast. And make sure you watch all the way to the end because for the last one, I'm pulling back the curtain on a brand new Canva tool that you may not have seen yet that's truly changing the game. All right, let's jump in. The first way we're going to talk about to make money with Canva is by creating and selling printables. When I say printables, I'm talking about any type of digital product that's meant to be printed out. It's where your customer will purchase from you the file of the design you created on Canva and they will print it out, whether they print it at home or take it to a local print shop and use it that way. Printables is a huge category with lots of subcategories underneath. Some examples of popular types of printable products would be wall art, printable activities and games, schooling resources and curriculum, coloring sheets, calendars, planners, and trackers. There are a lot more than this, but that gives you an idea of some that are selling really well online. So I'm going to show you an example of how to create a piece of wall art using Canva. So from your homepage, you'll click over here to the left where it says create, and you'll need to decide what size you want your design to be in. You can type something into the search bar like poster and choose from one of Canva's presets for sizes, or you can choose over here on the left where it says custom size to enter your size that you're thinking of here. You can leave your unit in pixels or you can change it to inches, millimeters, or centimeters. You'll likely want to do a little bit of research on the type of product you're creating so you'll know what size sells well. Now, there are a lot of different sizes when it comes to wall art, a lot that are popular, and a lot of sellers offer these in bundles. So if you're thinking of offering wall art, I've got a resource that's going to be super helpful for you so you don't have to dig through the research. It's my digital product starter guide. I've got it linked below. It's a completely free download for you, and it has a size chart specifically for wall art that shows the different aspect ratios and sizes that you might consider when creating wall art to sell online. Now, that digital product starter guide also has tons of great information, everything from different tools you can use to create your designs to different types of digital products, file types, resolution, pretty much everything you need to know to get started selling really any kind of digital product. So I definitely encourage you to click that link below to grab that for free. It'll be a huge shortcut for you as you get started. So for this one, I'm just going to select an 8x10, and now I'm in my editor with my blank canvas. Now, this is the fun part where you get to be really creative and add any elements or text you want to create the perfect design. You'll want to make use of your elements library here to the left side where it says elements. You can search for something you want. So maybe I'm looking for a rainbow, and Canva's got an entire library of all different types of graphics, photos, videos, frames, even 3D icons that you can use. So let's say I want a graphic. I can click see all, and I can scroll through these and choose the one I want to add to my canvas. Now you'll see here that some of these have a little crown symbol in the bottom right corner and some don't. The ones that do have that are pro elements. So only Canva Pro users can use these for free. The ones that don't have it are free elements that are open for anyone to use regardless of the Canva plan that you're on. So if you don't have Canva Pro and you'd like to try it, I've got a link in the description box below for a free Canva Pro 30-day trial. That'll let you try it out completely for free for 30 days to see if you think the Pro upgrade would be useful for you. So for now, I'm going to just click this one and add it, and then I can resize, reposition this on my canvas however I want, and I can always change the colors and edit this further with this toolbar in the top. Now let's say I want to add some text. I'm going to come over here to the left where it says text, click to add a text box, and I'm going to say choose joy. So I put shoes in the first box. I'm going to resize this and get it to the font and the coloring that I want, and then I'll add the joy underneath. So I can resize this by clicking and dragging to make it larger and just dragging it around on the canvas. This is why I love Canva so much because it's just easy and beginner friendly. Now I want to change this font. So with this element selected, I'm going to come to the top where it says font, and then it pulls up all of my different font options over here on the left. Again, some of these are Canva free fonts. Some will be Canva Pro. You'll know the ones that are Pro because they'll have the little crown symbol next to them. And for this one, since I'm going more for a kid's room vibe, I'm going to choose a font that reflects that. Something really fun, and maybe this one that looks a little bit handwritten. Can change the color again by coming up to the top loading toolbar and choosing text color. And once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to duplicate this text by clicking the little plus icon where it says duplicate. And now I've got a second text here that is a duplicate of my first. I'm going to change this to say joy. And this is my really simple little piece of wall art. Now, if you were actually going to create this to sell, you would obviously want to put more time and energy into researching beforehand what types of wall art are selling well, what designs are high in demand, and make sure that what you're creating is something that people are actually looking for online currently. But for our demo, I'm just going to stick with this. And then you would come up to the top right where it says share and click to download this. Now, when you're ready to download, it'll give you different file type options. You can choose everything from JPG to PNG to PDF. So again, depending on what type of product you're wanting to sell, you'll want to research ahead of time which of these would be best. But for something like this, which is meant to be just a printable piece of wall art, I'm most likely going to choose JPG. And then for anything printable, you want to make sure that you have really great quality and resolution so it doesn't turn out blurry when your customer prints it. So because I have Canva Pro, I can use my size slider here and my quality slider to bring these all the way to the right to increase my DPI, which is my resolution. That way, when I click to download, I can be sure that my customer is going to be able to print this without it looking pixelated and blurry. All right, let's move on to the second way that you can use Canva to make money. And this is by creating and selling Canva templates. Now, again, templates is a huge category with lots of different specific types of digital products underneath. You could create templates for anything from an invitation to a presentation slide deck to a bundle of social media posts to a workbook. You'll see lots of different types of templates for sale online. But the reason I love Canva for this is because Canva has a unique feature that allows you to generate a template link so that your customer purchases it from you. And when they click that link, it brings them into their own Canva account so they can then edit that template, make it their own, and use it how they want, whether it's to print something out or to use it digitally. But it never touches your original template. It's a unique copy that's generated for Canva every time someone clicks that link. So let's say, for example, I wanted to create a template for maybe a business owner to use for a thank you card they might include in their packages when they send out their products. Again, from the homepage, I'm going to click create. For this one, I might just type in card and see what Canva comes up with. When I hover over each of these preset sizes, it'll tell me what the size is underneath the title here. So I can see this one is a 4x6, this one's a 7x5, and I can go with the one that best fits what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go with this landscape 7x5 inch. And here on my project, I might start by adding some text. Now I can always start this from scratch just by adding a text box like I did before, but I can also come over here to the left and use some of Canva's pre-made font combinations. You can think of these sort of like presets that Canva's already put together with different effects already applied. So some of these might have a shadow on them, some might be hollow lettering, some might have a background box already applied. So for example, if I added this to my project, then I could click in here and continue to edit this. So I like the format, but maybe I want to change the color of this box. I can come up to where it says effects because this is the effect that's already been applied. But if I click on effects, it brings up my effects menu here to the left where I can see the color of my box. I can simply click to change this out to what I'm looking for. And I can change other things about the text, like adding a shadow, a lift effect, making it neon. There's so many different fun things I can do with this. For now, I'm going to leave this without an effect, but I'm going to change this to say, thank you. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I can even change the font if I want and continue editing and repositioning until I'm happy with this. Now, since this is for a business, I might add a little extra text here that says for your purchase. Again, making sure everything as far as the fonts and colors is cohesive. Let's say I want to add a heart graphic. I can search for that and look in the shape section or the graphics section to add the one I like. Again, resizing, repositioning. And of course, if this was a real product you were creating to sell, you might want to add more information here, but this is good for our demo today. So then I would come up to my share box in the top right again, but instead of clicking download this time, I'm going to generate my unique Canva template link. That's what I'm actually going to be selling to my customer. So it's not an actual file I'm selling, it's the link to access this template. So to do that, I can click see all and then come here where it says template link. Now you'll notice this has a little crown symbol again, which means that only Canva Pro users have the ability to generate a template link like this. But if I have Canva Pro, I can click on this, click create template link, and here is generated a unique template link for me that I can copy and paste into whatever deliverable I am giving to my customer. So generally I would then create create a separate little file that has information about the template and add this link to the text that says something like, to access your templates, click here, which then they would be able to edit this to make it their own. Now, regardless of what type of product or service you might offer, every business owner needs a quality website. You could sell products like the ones we've just discussed, like printables and templates, or even other types of offers like design services or physical products on a platform like social media. But having an actual professional looking website instantly boosts your credibility and causes your potential customer to trust you quicker. Not only that, but having a website gives you more visibility online as opposed to selling on social or with other methods, as there are millions and millions of people searching online every day for products and solutions to their problems. When you have a website to sell on, you can use this organic traffic to your advantage to get discovered quicker. A great website also allows you to scale faster with capabilities like collecting email subscribers, cross-selling, upselling, and more, helping you build an actual brand that lasts. There are a lot of different options out there when it comes to a website builder, but one of our favorites is Hostinger. Hostinger's website builder has two different plans you can choose from: the premium website builder and the business website builder. I personally like the business website builder because you get everything included in the premium with a ton of additional capabilities, including e-commerce features that allow you to sell online with no additional transaction fees, an AI website builder where you can let AI generate your unique website in a matter of minutes. All you do is answer 4 questions and go live in just a few clicks. And they've got a ton of other AI tools as well, like the AI Write that helps you compose SEO-friendly copy, the AI Logo Maker to create a quality logo, and an AI product generator to generate descriptions for your products based on your uploaded images. So when you're signing up, you'll want to choose which plan you want, and that'll bring you to this page where you can select if you want your plan for just a month, 12 months, 24 months, or 48 months. I recommend the 48-month option as it's definitely more affordable compared to the 1-month plan because you get 2 months for free and you're able to lock in the lowest price for the longest amount of time. But if you're not ready for the 48 months, the 12-month and 24-month options are also great. And now through December 8th, you can take advantage of Hostinger's Black Friday deal, which will give you 85% off the 48-month option of the business plan, bringing your monthly fee down to just $275 a month. And you can enter my coupon code, Kate Hayes, and just click apply right here, and that'll give you an extra 10% off on top of that, bringing it down even further. Then you'll hit continue, and once you're signed up, you'll have the option to let AI create a website for you. So on this page, you'll just go through the prompts of entering some information like your brand name, a description of your brand, and I'm going to click create website. And here it's created the first version of my website, and I can continue to customize by choosing things like a color palette. And then I can actually click to the website editor to see what it came up with and edit further. So if I scroll down, I can see it's already input several images of candles that fit the description that I added, but I can edit and customize anything here in my website to make it look exactly like what I want. I can even add sections like an about section, services, a testimonial section, images, gallery, slideshow, video. There's so many different options here. So let's say I just want to add a testimonial section. I can choose which one looks the best. And there it's added my customer review section. And I can also just click into any of these boxes to edit things like the colors, the fonts, the wording, change out the photos. And I can continue to edit with these options over here on the left, like adding additional elements, seeing the pages I have in my website, changing out the style, which includes the colors, fonts, buttons, and making use of any of the amazing AI tools here. I can also access my e-commerce features here by clicking store. So I can do things like add a new product, add a payment method, update my company details or shipping options. I can see the orders that have come through on my website. I can see my product pages, create discounts for my customers, and do so much more. And once my website looks exactly like I want it to, I can click go live and see how it looks to the world. There are so many options and ways you can customize your website with Hostinger, which is one reason why I absolutely love it and think it's an amazing option for a website builder. So if you're ready to give Hostinger a try, you can start today by using my link in the description below and have your new website up and going in minutes. And I want to give a big thank you to Hostinger for sponsoring this portion of today's video. All right, let's move right along to our next way to make money with Canva. And this is offering custom design services. Now, this is a little bit different from the first two we talked about because we were talking specifically just about products in those, but this one can be product and service based. That means that someone is hiring you for your design services. So you're working hand in hand with your customer to figure out what they're wanting, to get their vision, to create the product for them, and possibly even make some edits or revisions in your process. So you're combining the service side of things with the actual end product as well. You can think of this sort of like a little mini design agency, if you will. Now, there are a lot of different things you could offer with custom design services. You could design anything from branding assets like business logos to flyers to marketing materials, website graphics to social media graphics. Again, the sky really is the limit here, and you can offer as much or as little as you want to. Okay, so I've come to create a design and typed in logo. I'm going to use this preset. And if I was hired by someone to create a custom logo design for them, I would hopefully, before I even get to this point, have talked to them about what their vision is for their business, any specifics they're wanting in terms of color schemes or fonts. But just for the sake of demoing in this video, maybe it's a candle company. So I'm going to search the elements for candle, just see what I can find in these graphic options. So let's say I like this one. I'm going to add that here in the middle. Maybe I'll change this out to one of their colors that might be a brand color. And then I could add some text. I'm going to call this the Kate Hayes candle code just for fun here. So again, with the text, you can add any of these fun effects by coming to the top, clicking effects. So maybe I want to make this curved. I can do that and then make it larger or smaller. And then for this one, I'm going to change this to say Candle Co. I want this curving the other way. So I'm going to come back to my effects and use this curve slider to bring it up the other direction, making sure that the number I'm ending on here is the same as this one. So this one says 88. I'm going to match that so it looks correct here and line everything up. I can always adjust things as well, like spacing in this top menu. So I can do so much on Canva with these types of designs. But once I've gone back and forth with my customer and they're happy with the design, I'm just going to come up here to download the final file for them as well. It might be a bundle of things, so I could download each of these separately and deliver those when I'm finished designing for them. Now, quick note here before we move on to our next way to make money with Canva. If you're someone who's wanting to sell digital products online, whether it just be as a side hustle to make a little bit of extra income, or whether you want to do this as a full-time business, I've got something that's going to be super helpful for you. It's my 45-minute long deep dive masterclass digital product powerhouse, where I lay out the crucial 4 steps that you'll need to take when you're just getting started with your digital products journey to make sure that you know everything you need to start making sales on day 1. So if you feel like you could use some guidance with this whole selling digital products online thing, then definitely click that link in the description box below. It's totally free for you to watch. You can watch it on demand. So hop over and watch that when you're done here watching this video. All right, moving right along to our next way to make money with Canva, and this is by creating and selling print-on-demand products. So it's a little bit different than what we've already been talking about, which has been digital products. With print-on-demand, you're selling physical products, things like t-shirts, sweatshirts, tote bags, mugs. There are so many different things now that you can sell with print on demand, but the wonderful thing about print on demand is you don't have to have room to store any inventory and you don't have to pay anything until you make a sale. You partner with a print on demand company and sync your online shop so that your only job is to come up with the designs and get your shop set up. And when an order comes in, you don't have to lift another finger to do anything. Your print on demand provider receives that order, prints, fills, packages, and ships the order straight to your customer on your behalf, and you make the money. So you pay your print-on-demand provider a base cost for whatever the product was, and you get to keep the rest as profit. So where does Canva come in this whole process? Canva is the tool that you will use to create your designs that are going to go onto your products. So let's say we want to create a design for a t-shirt. You would definitely want to look at your exact t-shirt in your print-on-demand provider's catalog that you're wanting to sell to get the actual measurements to input here when you're starting to create your design in Canva. But for now, I've just typed in shirt. I'm going to go with one of these presets that Canva has here. And now this is pretty neat. It's actually pulled up a Bella Canvas shirt for me where I can design inside of this design square. I can come over here to the right if I want to change the color of this. Let's say I want it to be a white shirt. I can do that. I can always add elements, of course, like I've been showing you, but for this demo, I'm just going to add some fun text. For this one, I'm just going to say dog mom. Now, of course, if you're using phrases, you always want to double check first to make sure it's not trademarked and it is indeed something that you can use on a product to sell. So I actually haven't checked this. I'm sure this might be trademarked, but just for this demo, I'm going to use this and change it to a fun font. Again, I can always change the spacing by coming up here to my advanced settings. So I might want to limit my line spacing here, bring these words closer together. And you can make this as simple or as complex as you want by continuing to add elements and text to your design. And when you're ready, you'll come up to share, click to download. And for this one, we want to choose PNG because we're going to be layering this on top of an actual physical product. So we want it to be able to have a transparent background. The PNG file type is the one that supports a transparent background. So you'll see here the option to check this box that says transparent background. This is a Canva Pro feature, so you'll need Pro to be able to choose that. But once you have that box checked, you'll be able to download this file and then upload it into your print-on-demand company's website where you'll continue creating your product from there. And on to our next way to make money with Canva, and this is by creating content to monetize. Now, when I say content, I'm talking about graphics or videos that you can use on something like a social media platform where you can actually earn money on those photos and videos that you're posting to your account via that platform's partner program. Instagram has a partner program, YouTube has a partner program, several of them do, but you can use Canva to create your content to upload to that platform. Now, in my experience, my absolute favorite platform to post content on for this purpose of monetization is YouTube, because you can do long form videos that you'll be able to place ads on when you're part of the partner program. Now, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that later on in the video, I would be showing you a new Canva tool that's just been rolled out that's going to really change the game, and this is it. Canva just recently announced their Canva Video 2.0, which is their brand new approach to video editing. Video editing has been on Canva for a while, but it's recently been upgraded and changed from a page-based editor to a full video editor with all the capabilities you need for editing something like a long-form YouTube video. So when I'm getting started with this in Canva, I type in video. If I'm doing something for YouTube, I'm going to choose this one that's a landscape 1920 by 1080 pixels. There are several different options on there for presets. So if you were doing something, let's say for Instagram Reels, you might choose a different size, but I'm going to demo this one for you. And what I would need to do at this point is to upload the video I want to edit by using the uploads button here on the left. Now, because I don't currently have one of my longer videos uploaded there, I'm going to just find an example one here in the Elements library to demo this with. I'm going to choose this one. So I just clicked it to add to my video timeline. I would do the exact same thing. If I was in the upload section, I would just click and add it here to the timeline. And now I can work with this timeline here at the bottom by clicking anywhere in the video and layering things on top. So let's say I wanted to add some text right here in this part of the video. I can click over to where my text is here on the left. And when I click to add it, you can see it's added it as a layer here above this one. And I can also see it here on top of my video. So I can work with this like a normal text box. I can move it around. I want to say riding a bike. I'm going to change the color of this up here as well so it stands out more. And now when I come back and play this video, I can see at that moment the text pops up just like it would if I were editing a normal YouTube video. I can continue adding different layers if I'm wanting different text or elements to show on screen. I can also trim this from the front or back by coming to the front and clicking and dragging, so that will trim off that front part. I can add an audio track separately to this. I can add more clips to it. So there are so many different amazing things you can do here to edit this video and make it exactly what you want for your content platform. And when I'm finished with it, I'll simply come up here to share, click to download, and I'm going to download this as an MP4 video. And then for whatever platform's partner program I'm part of, I'll upload that to the platform and be able to make revenue just from creating content. Now, of course, every partner program has eligibility requirements, so you may have to work up to the point where you have a certain number of watch hours before you'll be able to apply for these partner programs. But once you do, then the options are limitless in terms of what you can create and upload to earn revenue there. So there you go, friends. Those are the 5 top ways to make money using Canva this year. Don't forget to click the links in the description box below to grab your free digital product starter guide and to hop over and watch my free training class, Digital Product Powerhouse. Happy designing.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.